Hi Wes, this is part 2, in case you get confused. Hopefully I'll get it done in part 2, but watch it take till part 3. That's okay. All right, so then I continued on in high school athletics and played softball, basketball, and track. So I lettered all 3 years in 3 sports. And my parents never saw one athletic contest of mine, but that's not why I was doing it. And let's see, in the summers I played competitive softball and worked out sometimes at the other high school for track. And that 1 year I worked out only with the boys for track. So it was an unusual little time. But we had an okay basketball team all those 3 years. And softball, we did fairly well. And then as I said, I played competitive fast pitch softball. I know that we had a lot of fun there in the summers. I know we went to one of the tournaments in Texas. I won a $2 bill that was signed by the Treasurer of the United States by hand, including his stamp signature for being MVP. And so that was a pretty big deal. So then I went on to college. And I didn't try out for basketball because back then in Oklahoma for girls, it was only one of the few states in the United States, on half court you played guard, on the other half you played forward, so you couldn't play both. It was actually quite ludicrous. So when I went back to tell see Mr. Heckscher one time, our coach, he said, "How'd you do at tryouts for Oklahoma State?" And I said, "I didn't try out. I played guard for you all those years. I couldn't try out. I shot in my driveway all the time because that's all I would do." And he had tears in his eyes. He said, "I will never take an athlete again and have them be a guard." And that was really hard on him. It wasn't hard on me, though. So go to college and try out for softball. And I was like, it wasn't a question on if I was going to make it. It was, am I going to get to play center field or left field? I mean, that was a big deal to me. I really loved center field. I thought, okay, I'll play left field if I have to. Well, believe it or not, I didn't make the team. I mean, I was crushed. But in the long run, it was probably good for me. I didn't make the team, and finally found out from many of my friends that I was would have been the only straight girl on the team. And it's not like that would have bothered me that much, but maybe being the only one it would have been. So the coach's roommate made it, and she was the bat girl, we'll put it that way. So she couldn't play. And so I guess they didn't want any straight girls on the team that year. The next year, well, that coach got fired. And I was asked if I wanted to try out again. And I said, thanks, but I'm running track. So I was fine with that. And I played field hockey to keep in shape for track. And so I played college field hockey and I ran college track. And then I also played on a slow pitch softball team that was a touring team. And matter of fact, the shortstop on the Oklahoma State softball team, she quit. She said, 1 year's good enough. If you're going to treat people like this, I'm not going to play. And she and a few others played on the touring softball team that I played on. I guess I played about 8-9 years on that. We went to nationals. We won state every single year and went to nationals, did 14th, 11th, 7th. We took 4th 1 year, and we won 1 year. And so we were national champions 1 year, believe it or not. I had 2 MVPs out of those games, but when it came to the All-American team, I didn't make it. My coach wouldn't put me up because he was married and kind of wanted to be married and date other people, and I wasn't in for that, so there went that thing. Also, sometimes when you have ethics and morals, you don't get everything you want, but too bad, so sad. I had a blast all those years. So let's see. Really, I had a taste of a lot of sports, and actually right after I graduated from college, I started running 10Ks and really enjoyed those. Did pretty well in those. I think my best 10K was like a 40.55. I guess that's what a 10K would be. 40 or 30. Let's see. if you run 6-something miles, and you're running, yeah, it'd be about a 40. So anyway, really liked those. Then I also, after I finally quit playing competitive softball after about 9 years, the slow pitch stuff, I thought, I'm just going to have fun. So I went and played co-ed, and oh gosh, here we go again. Our co-ed team goes to nationals. And I'm like, oh my gosh, am I ever going to get away from competition or what? So anyway, then I moved to Colorado and never have touched softball again, except for I started coaching. Coached Casey from T-ball through her first year of competitive. And I came to Colorado and thought, I think I'll go run in a road race. And so I thought, I'll do a half marathon. So I signed up for one, and it was called Garden of the Gods. I said, well, that sounds pretty. And it was by Colorado Springs. So I drove there, signed up at one of the local running stores. And then I find out it's like 9 miles straight up a mountain, and like 2 down, whatever. All I know is it hurt. I took second, but the girl that got first came late, and she started 3 minutes behind me and still beat me. Oh, okay. So anyway, sports has been my life, and I've loved it, and I still run. I don't run as much as I can because I had Graves' disease, where your thyroid goes crazy and you lose all this weight. So I had to have it. We killed it, and then I gained all this weight, and then it really messed my body up. And I'm a lousy doctor. Really did. It took them a year to get my thyroid back to where it was supposed to be. So my body went through a lot of changes, including a lot of pulled muscles and stuff like that. So I can only run once or twice a week without pulling both of my calves now. But I love running. And so I'll bike, and I like to, do some weights, P90X, when, I'll do that really great for 3 months and then blow it off for a while. So that sort of was my life as an athlete. And I will tell you, Wes, I missed for 9 years every Memorial Day and Labor Day weekend and every single weekend in the summer with family and friends for softball. I probably had about 125 trophies, and every trophy was a whole full weekend of sweat and hard work and a lot of fun. But when I moved from Oklahoma, I threw them all away. And in hindsight, what I should have done was taken every plate off of those trophies, donated the trophies instead of donating them to the landfill, and had my plates and thrown each little plate onto a plaque. And then I could have gone, there's a little significance there. There was some nice work, but I didn't. And again, no big deal, because now at this age, who cares? So if you have any other questions, give me a call and I will help you out. Good luck on this paper.